So that's not good. Look at that. Walked outside and boom, there it was right in my front yard. Hey everybody, how's it going? So I just got this thing. Actually, it was given to me for free from my neighbor. A SUZUKI LT80. I don't know quite exactly when it is from, you know, like year wise. You might be saying, well, it's Kawasaki, it's green. I believe Suzuki made these for Kawasaki. Maybe it was the other way around, but this is the exact same thing as a SUZUKI LT80. I have done nothing to it. You can see it's kind of torn apart. I've got some of the plastics and other bits and pieces over here. And on the ground you can see there's Kawasaki on it and stuff. But I personally have not touched it at all. So I do know that it kind of spins over. If I don't get in the way here. I'm going to take plastics off more than they already are. And we'll see what we can do. That's one way to do it. I forgot to show you guys this. Look at this. This is the best thing to see. I don't know if you guys can read that. Yeah, so that was the thing I got. One thing I gotta ask is why in the heck do the smallest engines have the biggest spark plugs? This is a 21 millimeter, and that's what it takes to get this thing off, which is insane because not even a big block Chevy takes 21 millimeter spark plug to get it off. So that's kind of weird, but I'm gonna look at this together. So right there I can see that it's wet with very bad gas. If you guys could smell that, you would realize what the heck's wrong with this thing. So I'm gonna pour a little WD-40 in here, throwing this thing over a little bit. Oh great, now I broke it. Oh, there it goes. Got some WD-40 in there. The spark plug, by the way, does look, you know, fine. This is a two-stroke, and the biggest, weirdest thing about these motors is that they're actually torn backwards from your standard motor. Your standard motor would spin with the wheels, right? Just like everything else. These actually spin backwards. They have a gear reduction in the back, in the gear area, and they actually spin this way, I believe. And just giving this another once over, what's actually grinding is the this stuff right here. So we need to put some power to the starter and see if we can get the starter turning over the motor. Okay, and I hooked up the battery, I think the way it's supposed to go. And with the key on and the brake switch thing depressed, I'll be quiet, shut up, you can listen. So something's wrong. It's clicking the solenoid right back here, I can hear it. It actually looks brand new. Maybe he replaced it, maybe not, I don't know. Scariest thing is leaving stuff hooked up to the battery that you have no idea anything about. But that doesn't matter because it doesn't turn over with the starter button. So So I guess the next thing, we need to see if there's power getting down to the starter. Gonna keep the ground where it is. Gonna grab the positive right here, hook it onto my flathead screwdriver, my poking device. Hope I got a long enough cord, just like this. And yeah, that's not good. So that's not good. Unless that's the ground for the starter, and I highly doubt it. That's not good. So that means that starter is seized up. Okay, so here's what I did. So I had to get this stupid cover off. Those Phillips heads obviously were destroyed. So this is what I did. I just drilled them right off. And now I will be able to get to them with a pair of vice grips. And they should just pop right off. So let's hope they do that. And yeah, we'll let you watch, I guess. I gotta get the motor to not move. Which, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that it does move, but... Oh yeah, and look at that. Take the pressure off of it and boom, that one just loosened up. See if we can do the same with this one. And look at that. Ta-da. The heat from drilling, taking the pressure off of it, and that thing is threading right out like nothing. Maybe. And yeah. Perfect. Cool, so that'll be really easy, or really nice. You know, it would have been way better if the stupid starter would have worked, but obviously we can't get too lucky. You can see there's some actual smoke coming out, so whatever. So you guys are looking there. You guys looking right at that spark plug. Kind of got to be spinning it quickly, but it's getting spark. And it'll get sparked the other way too, so. Yeah. So now, I'll grab the cold cleaner. Starting fluid right ahead. Like I said in my other video, the most flammable liquid in your shop. Spray some of that down in there. Spray some on the plug. Spray some everywhere. And get your fast reflexes out, because you're going to need them when this thing pops off, because you're going to have to take off that drill really, really quickly. Okay, so now I got it all jacked up. Get the GoPro as far away from it as possible, because that would be the first thing that would happen. Make sure your leg's touching the tire. Look at that. Looky there, Bobby. We got a runner. I'm gonna see if I can spray some right in the intake. It's a little bit of fertilizer to give it the goose. Place you so you guys can see the exhaust. Spray a little more on the intake. Oh my Holy cow, this thing's got too much compression. Holy cow. We got a runner. This thing's gonna run. Didn't see this toning. Oh, because I got it screwed up. That's why I wouldn't rev up all the way. Dang. Okay, so I'll figure out what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so we're gonna try to do the best detailed carburetor clean I can right here. So I got it on the bench. Okay, so once you get done looking for your Phillips heads and stuff, you get Phillips and flathead. You're gonna zip these things right out. Now what the heck came out of this was like water, alcohol. It wasn't gas. It didn't smell like gas. It didn't look like gas. But it wasn't water really either. It had like a weird smell. Hopefully somebody wasn't running this on race fuel. And today I walked outside and boom, there it was right in my front yard. So that was cool. With this sign on it, now see. So we open up the cardboard. We open up the carburetor. We open it up, take the bowl off. See, there's some stuff in there. Not that bad actually. It's possible he already cleaned this, but I doubt it. I don't know. The floats walk, one. And is not coming in. So first problem is our needle is stuck. So I guess first things first is pop this needle out of here. Now these needles, you can see there's a dent right there and a ding, and this side is flat, so there's a specific way that these come out. And so you kind of, like I said, you kind of got to do it right about your brake stuff. But I'm just going to try and pop that pin. Like that, just like that. Grab it from the back side. Hold on. Grab it from the back side with the needle nose pair of pliers and pull. And just like that, it's for the most part out. Slowly but surely worked out. Now I got that. Set that over there. Okay. Well, there's no reason that shouldn't be flowing. Okay, so there was some stuff in there. I'll get the carb cleaner to blow this out. I guess I'll take you guys along with me. Carburetor cleaner on your lips does not feel very good, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so cool. Now that we got that blown out, I think I'm gonna take this thing out anyway. Some of these don't have it, but this one does. That little screw right there, and this whole seat. There's the needle, which we pulled out already. Then there's this part, which is the seat. And which is exactly what it says. It is the needle seats in here, and yeah, you guys can see that. That is just smoked, and you can see that there is a little hole in it, but it's not big enough. I mean, I'm sure it is, but yeah. Now I can blow much more through there. So I'm gonna go get some extra tools. Post in the comments what tools you think they are. And if you could guess Q-tips, you will correct. Give yourself a high five. So we kind of want to clean everything out in here as best as we can. Really mainly from in here. You can also put these on a drill if you got really really gross stuff going on in there. Sorry, I kind of got this light up here I'm trying to see, but I'm sure you guys can't see much either. So that's all cleaned out now. It should be anyway. Just gonna try and clean all this dirt out of here. It's right in here. Don't want none of that falling in there. Then next thing is the seat. The Q-tip. Gonna get in here. Get the Q-tip and stuff it in there and clean this out. And as you can see, all that junk come out of there. And now we gotta try and get this stuff out of here. So I'm gonna lay a wheel this on the bench. And as you can see, that is much cleaner. You want to clean it once more because there's probably another, so a little bit more in there. Clean it off with your nicest short. And this seal might be a problem for us. It is very hard and brittle. So that could be a problem, like I said. What'll happen is the needle and seat will seat together nice tight and make a gasoline or liquid proof bond, I guess you could call it, seal. But that's O-ring in there to the body of the carburetor will not. And then you will have a problem where it'll leak from there, not the needle and seat, and you'll have a annoying leaky carburetor. So I'm gonna put it back together in hopes that we don't have that problem. I could probably put a little silicone on there. That would probably help, I'm sure, but really the best way to do would be get a complete carb kit or just that O-ring. That's clean, and I don't know if you guys can see through it, but yeah, right there, that little light right there. That jet is nice and clean. I guess we'll take it out anyway. So why not? That is nice and clean, I think. Gonna run the needle and seat cleaner through there. Oh yeah, and look at that. Yucky. I think there's actually a rubber piece in there. That is deteriorating or something in there. We're gonna call it good. Put that back on there. That's good and still has a hole through it. And then the small one down at the bottom, you need a small flathead screwdriver. So again, need a little tiny flathead screwdriver. And get right in there and pop that right out. These are sometimes difficult. You might need to give them a little tap just like that. And yeah, this one's pretty dirty and yucky. Got some like gel stuff on it. So I'll immediately first wipe that down. And yeah, you can see that there are holes right through there. Bang, bang, bang. Then there's no hole through the center of it, so let me blow through it. And I believe I'm getting air through it. Look one more time. And I can't see a hole through there, hole in there, whatever. So, got this wire brush. We're gonna see if one of these is small enough. If I can get one to bend out. And yep, just like that. And look at that. Now wipe off that end so you don't just pull it right back through. Give it another one. Blow it out. Look through it again, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Super, super small. Yep, right there. See that nice hole through there? So that is nice and cleaned out once again. And again, that is your idle jet. Kind of important if you want it to idle. And in some cases, just run good at all. Sometimes, in some cases, again, I don't know about this one, but in some cases, the main jet is still important to use to go full throttle. That choke, don't know what the heck that's doing, but we'll say it's working fine for now. And that's pretty much all of it. Sorry, I had a small problem. So now you need to make sure this is nice and clean, and it is. Just slap that back in there. Push this right in here. Again, make sure you're going the right way with it. And sometimes they're not always as simple as a big hammered in on one, and yeah. Sometimes they're a lot more difficult to find out. And you can see that is going in there, and that is in there all the way, poked out. Some of them aren't, some of them don't have that at all, and it doesn't matter. And the only thing that keeps it from sliding out is the inside. It'll hit this wall, it'll hit this wall, and that will also make sure you have this right, so that when you put that on, if that is the case. So I'm just gonna make sure that's still again good. And next thing we're gonna want to do is check float height. This one kind of seems like it might be a little high, but let's blow through it. And that works great. It immediately shuts it off and stops it. And that float level looks fine. I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know, maybe I'll push it down just a little bit. It does seem like it would overflow like this, the way it is right now. So how you adjust it is by pushing down on this little piece right here, or bending it, and a little bit goes a long way. And I don't know if I did anything, but we'll say I did. So again, more Napacan. Clean this all up in here, because whatever is down here at the bottom of the carburetor is very possible to get sucked up into your jet and make the problem you just tried to fix again. At least it's not that difficult. So if you do have to go back in it in, again, it's not that difficult. So you can do that. Put that on there. If your gasket's ripped, put some silicone on it, or do the right thing and get a different gasket. This one was fine. Most of them are, because they're just so hard and or that they don't do much. I would suggest not messing with any gaskets or O-rings or anything that are on these carburetors. Just clean what needs to be cleaned and put it back together. Everything up again, and again check your float, and that's done. Okay, well that stinks. I kind of accidentally missed the first startup. Got the carb clean, got some gas to it. I had to clean up the headcock a little bit, but let's fire this thing up one more time. Got to tighten up the spark plug. Dude, this thing's fun. We gotta kind of do that. It'll be fine. This isn't a high compression motor, or else you'll blow the spark plug out of its seat. I obviously want to torque down your spark plugs with a 3/4 inch 5-foot brake bolt. But dude, this thing's fun! Cool. The belt drive seems to be working well. That's one thing I will say. Key doesn't go there. Goes somewhere else. We are getting gas. And yeah, the carburetor is not leaking too much gasoline. I say that and then I see a big puddle. It looks like it's leaking from the hose goes to it. So I'll get this thing buttoned up and we'll get back to ripping it. Hey everybody, how's it going? So it's the probably a couple days later, probably 3 or 4 days later, and I got the Kawasaki done. For the most part, obviously I have to get some more parts like that. And the electric starter, but for the time being I drilled a hole, as you guys can see, in the fan, so it'll accept a 14mm drill bit or 14mm socket. And as you can obviously see, I put the plastics all back on. Already broke them. And then, as you guys know, this was broken off, and I welded it on. I sleeved the pipe 3 inches in both directions and up there, and I just welded it all on. I cut and made my nice 90s in. I think it does look pretty good. Other than that sucky piece of plastic I broke. I got the rear brakes working. Those are the only ones you need, pretty much. It just took a little bit of heating and a lot of prying on this right here. But we're gonna go rip around. All the tires have been holding there. This one's going a little low, but we're gonna go rip around. So I have not touched this thing at all. Motor is dead cold, completely cold. I haven't started it all today. So yeah, it's completely cold motor, so we're gonna see how it'll fire right up. We're gonna try no choke if the drill be strong enough to do it. No choke. Spin it backwards. Everything's on. The key works. Flip that on, and look at that. Almost did. We'll flip it a little choke. I had to clean the carburetor one more time after the original one, after the first ride, but put the drill back here, aim you guys so that you guys can see everything. Let this thing warm up for a minute and go do some wheelies. So yeah, this thing's a beast. I got the new starter and the pull starter coming for it, and probably a couple other things. It does need a seat cover on it, and I kind of got to put the couple miscellaneous parts back on it. But for otherwise than that, this thing runs and rips. I'm just using the two-stroke mix in the gas tank. I don't trust that, although I do believe it is working. So it's probably running pretty rich right now, but there's not much in that oil tank. So yeah, I hope you guys loved it. Hope you guys want to see some more of this. If you want me to, I got a video I need to put on a starter and some other stuff. If you guys want me to make a part 2 to this and I make it perfect. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. See you guys later. Thanks. Bye.